Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comlands. What was the 200 horsepower challenge has now morphed into, I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but maybe by the end of this you can tell me. I've just flown back from a bit of a trip to meet with some investors, and unfortunately it turned out to be a complete scam, and now I have no money. I think the last time we met, last episode, I think I had millions of dollars. Let's put it that way. I had lots of money. I have no money now. Before I left on my trip to meet with investors, I did a fairly substantial farm overhaul, of which we'll go check out right now. I bought some equipment. I replaced some buildings. I thought things were going to be good, but then I went away and lost all my money. On top of that, the world has gone for an absolute poop. The economy is now hard. We no longer have our nice, juicy, easy economy. We are living in a hard economy. A hard economy of which, let's just put it this way, I think I lost about $3 million in inventory value with that change. It's crazy. I went from like $4.5 million in inventory. That's like butter and all the rest of the stuff, to now like 1.5 million. So by no means are we poor. Don't get me wrong. I'm not claiming to be poor, but we lost a lot of money overnight. After all the farm conversion, all the stuff that we did, the equipment that I bought, I'll show you. I bought some land. I was like, man, this is gonna be great. We're gonna have so much fun. I think I still had probably $2.5 million in the bank. Unfortunately, I got taken in a bit of a scam. I'm down to $0. We have a hard economy, and that hard economy actually has an interesting caveat. I mentioned I upgraded a bunch of equipment. While there's no market for used equipment right now, yes, I can still buy used equipment. That'll show up, but I can't sell any equipment. So from now until we're done playing this map, I have to retain all of the equipment that I have. If I want new stuff, I can't sell the old stuff and buy new stuff. I just have to keep adding. So we're on hard economy. We're on 2 days per month. Seasonal growth is on now. So we've changed all of that. So we're no longer easy. We're no longer, no seasonal growth. We're no longer fixed visual month. We're, we'll just be blown in the wind here. Bit of an issue over here. I went to kind of mess around with the capacities of my, I had changed the capacities of my cow barns to, the cow barns that I put in had very, very low capacities. Let's just put it that way. So I had changed the capacities to what would be a little bit more manageable. Anyways, somehow I screwed something up, and when I loaded into the game save here, the cow barns are gone. So we're just gonna I could have gone back and changed it and started again, but we're just gonna roll with that. So further adversity, we no longer have our cow barns. So we do have a large chunk of property here, though, that we're going to have to replace our cow barns. So we will do that. So I did mention in one of the episodes that I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a weigh scale. So because I was filthy rich and things were rosy and we were just sort of laughing, I put in this beautiful weigh scale. So now we could baseline our vehicles before we go and try to do something. So for example, if you look at the digital readout there, this thing is 9,000. I'm assuming this is pounds, 9,200 pounds. So if we wanted to pull onto there with a tractor or with a trailer, we could see what that weighed. Okay, no changes here, except a lot of our chickens have died. We've been gone for a couple of months, and unfortunately nobody was feeding our chickens, so our chickens have just been dying. I do have a ton of eggs in there, though, I'll tell you that much. Productions, I haven't even looked, but I imagine a lot of the productions are probably hurting for inputs. Cookie factories there, the old mills there. All right, here's some of the big changes. Literally. So here's building number 1. We've put in this large scale shop here. I love this building. It has one of the coolest doors, or the coolest sounding doors anyways. We'll go in there in just a second, but that is what. So we took out pretty much everything that was there. Can you remember what was there? I don't remember, but it's gone now. So that big beautiful building's there, and then we put somewhat of a matching building over here. We'll talk about the greenhouses in a second. We put a sort of a matching in color and styling over here, so we could store some items, which we did have to take some of this field away. So this field is not This field is not what it used to be. So let's pop in here first. So this is a machine shed here. This is the coolest door. There we go. It's like an airplane hangar. Look how small the JCB is compared to that door. So this is no different. This cedar's no different than before. I did look at this stupid thing. So I bought this planter only to realize afterwards that it does seeds only, and I parked it nicely, and it always seems to move. So I really don't think that's cool. So we'll see. I haven't used it yet. Obviously, it's nice and clean, but we'll try to determine whether or not that's something we're going to keep. Well, sorry, we have no choice. We have to keep it, but whether or not we're going to try to replace it when we actually have some money at some point. I added this mowing combination here. So I think it's like a 10 or 12 meter working width. It'll mow and leave all the grass in a nice row, which is awesome. So we have that now. Did I add this? I want to say I added this too. This is a much larger cultivator. You may be wondering how we're going to pull some of this stuff with only 200 horsepower. Well, I've removed the horsepower limitations. I figured, you know what, so definitely debated quite a bit what to do with the series, and continuing along the lines of what I was doing, easy economy, selling tens of millions of dollars worth of stuff. Like it was just too ridiculous, way too ridiculous. So lots of good suggestions from everybody. I really was thinking that I would just abort this and start fresh somewhere, but I figured, you know what, we have all this stuff and we have some cash, so let me upgrade a few things around the farm, and then let me wipe out all of our money, switch to hard economy, and then let's see. I think I'm going to take a crack at owning the map. Might not seem that difficult because we could just literally sell all of our stuff and like sell all of our crops and stuff, and then we'd have $1.5 million, which would really help us go towards buying the map. But anyways, we're gonna you'll see what I was thinking anyways soon here. But we have two new big beautiful headers here. I want to say this is like a 12.2 meter, as I see it in the bottom corner there, honeybee header. Look at the size of that thing. And then this is a corn/sunflower header, 15 meters folds out to. I put a wash, the wash bay did get removed as I was building things. So I put this in here. I would really like to see a drive-through equipment washer, like something you can just dry. I thought I found one. I placed it and then realized that it was just a really fancy building with a pressure washer inside, which was kind of disappointing. But anyway, so over here, I have 3 hydroponic greenhouses and 3 like sort of root crop type greenhouses. So those are chugging along right there. I do still need to add the automatic watering. I keep forgetting when I load in to add the mod. I still have to do that, and I will do that. The one that $5,000 box that just feeds water into your stuff there. Here is our replacement for the little Polish corn dryer. We put in this corn dryer here. I think it cost me like $200,000 for propane. And yeah, I've got a whopping 53,000 liters of dry corn. We're going to have a lot more corn because I'm going to be planting corn. I really enjoyed harvesting the corn. So we are going to be doing more corn. Nothing much has changed up here except maybe I might have depleted those silos. So my plan is to basically work through the balance of what's in those silos. And the second those silos are empty, I'm going to delete the sell everything container back there, delete those sheds that are back there, and get rid of these 2 silos. And I'm going to rework that the sort of canola fields back there. This sawmill, it's not as relevant anymore. I don't see myself doing a lot of wood after we get through what's in there. So we'll see what the future holds for that. So not by any means a massive change to the farm, although these are fairly large buildings. So if you want to talk about change by size, yeah, it is pretty massive. But if you want to talk about change by volume of buildings and stuff, maybe not so massive. But that stuff's not cheap. spent a lot of money. So here, let's go check this out first. This is our new lounge. We got some photos of the building. This is back in the design stage. This was a rendering that the commercial architect showed me. Here I can, keep my cold stuff there, wash stuff, cut stuff, store stuff, whatever. Stuff. Hang out with the boys right there. Nothing like a nice wooden table with a marble top. I believe this is the, that's the can. And then we can basically sit over here and watch TV. I don't think there's any power. We gotta get some power hooked up to that TV. And then this is where all the action happens. Oh, do you like my collection of book? I've got book. Yeah, this is quite beefy in here. So, yeah, try not to look around too much. So, I didn't sell anything. I didn't sell any. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy a bunch of equipment. I'm gonna sell off the smaller stuff. Well, in the end, yeah, as you can see, I didn't want to sell anything. And now I can't sell anything. So this is officially a version of the Hoarder Challenge, although it's not because we didn't start from the beginning. But I swear there's a concept for a Hoarder Challenge that I want to do at some point, and that's kind of what we're going to live here. So I bought myself a new harvester. This thing, when you drive it, it drives 50 kilometers an hour. I'm hoping it's not like a fast farming. I don't know. We'll see. I think it said that it farms at or harvests at a normal speed, but I'm hoping it doesn't go like 50 kilometers an hour when it's harvesting. Otherwise, I will have to park that and buy something else. There's our old sprayers. Like I said, we don't sell anything. If you forgot, we got the 2 Fence there. We got the original Dutes. We got our 2 John Deeres. We got the JCB and then the other one outside. We have added the wheeled version of this case. 625 horsepower. That ain't no 200 horsepower. I bought it in case, case orange. When I looked up the paint code, it is a paint code for case. So I was going to get the tracked version, but I figured, you know what? I have I've got this Versatile next to it with tracked already, so I'll get this one wheeled. Originally, I bought the new case. What is it, the 715 or the 705 or whatever the brand new one? It was like $1.4 million or something. But when it moves, you park it and then it slides across the floor. When you drive it, one of the tracks sinks into the ground. It was very disappointing. But in the end, actually, I think it's probably a blessing in disguise because Versatile is a Canadian company. I believe they're made in Manitoba. I thought that was actually better. You know what? Screw case. I'm going to buy a Versatile and support my my Canadian brothers and sisters. I believe this is pushing over 600 horsepower, 665 horsepower to be exact. We have the original harvesters that we had there, and then I got this little mower. It's like kind of like a little ride-on lawnmower, I guess. It's a 10 meter working width. It's pushing some substantial horsepower, 600 horsepower only. Dual wheels up front, bit of a custom paint job. Should be a beast. I actually forgot that I bought the mowers in the other shed, the other big building over there, when I bought this. So that's just what happens when you're too rich. You spend lots of money and you forget you spent it. So now we have 2 sort of large scale mowing potentials, but I think this thing looks pretty badass. So that's it. So we lost the cow buildings. We are now officially in hard economy. We're on 2 days per month. We are on seasonal growth. No longer a fixed visual month. So it'll snow on us. It'll rain on us. It'll do all that stuff. So I have no money. So there's the door. I guess I gotta go this way. I don't have any money, but we do have some stuff that we can sell. Oh, and I got to feed the chickens. Otherwise, we're going to have no chickens whatsoever. So where did I park that JCB? Did I put it inside? Wait, did I put it inside and forget already? No, it's over in the front. All right, I came out here so we could take a look at what we're going to sell, where we're going to sell it, and for how much. Now, though, first thing, we got to get some food into those chickens. So this 219,000 liters of wheat that is in the small silos that we have. So we're going to get the John Deere, the 4020, with the funky little trailer we got, and we'll load some wheat into the chicken coop, the big building. Beyond that, we are going to look at what we can actually sell that is the right price right now, and we'll get selling, because we're gonna. Well, I want cows again because we need milk. We need milk desperately for all of our productions. Every production pretty much requires milk, so we're gonna have to find ourselves a big cow building. I might try to find a cow building with a robot, because I've never actually had a cow building with a robot before, so I think that'd be kind of cool. We are still, so if you remember, this series turned into a lot of firsts for me. So I am still going to be trying to do things that I've never done before, and one there is robotic feeding for cows. I think also I'm kind of somewhat inclined to mandate TMR now. Hay was definitely the easier option when it came to feeding my cows, but I don't know. In the end, why don't we, like, I might as well make things a little more difficult for myself and mandate TMR for the cows. So I think we're going to do that also. So that means we're going to need a new feed mixing building, because I'm not going to use a trailer to feed my. I'm not going to use a trailer to mix the food for the cows. Yeah, so anyways, things got kind of crazy. I played around with a lot of ideas about what I thought I wanted to do here on this with this map. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we're going to try to own the map. I don't know, never done that either. So we are basically halfway to owning the map. I'll show you in 2 seconds here. The one thing I didn't do, and I just realized as I'm here, because I've had so much problems with this auger and auto drive, but with all the changes here, I got to go back and reset a whole bunch of routes because I basically, there's buildings in the way of where previous routes are now. I forgot to go and delete all that stuff before I started placing buildings. It's not that smart. But yeah, I'll show you. So I did mention that I bought some land, so I'm going to show you that in a second here, and then we'll kind of get an idea of where we're going to grow, where we're going to grow from here. I don't even remember how much this trailer holds. Let's hope it's like 20,000 liters. I never did figure out why you have to provide, or why it asks for you to provide your chickens straw in the big building over here. Apparently we got a lot of eggs. Oh yeah. Okay, birds, I know nobody's been feeding you for a while. My apologies. Let me go to the right spot. Oh, we're going to try to turn around. No, back up, man, back up. This is where you would dump the straw. Sorry, guys, I'll be right back. I know you're staring at this food. Don't attack me. Oh, one of them's they're running at the trailer. Shut this, so you guys stay there. Whew, okay, well, we got everything set up. Let's do that a couple more times, so our poor chickens can eat. And then we'll figure out what we're going to sell, because there's no harvesting today. We will want to put in, there's two places in particular I want to get a field prep. I don't think we can plant anything right now, but we'll go check all that while this wheat is filling up here. This is how you remember it. Or not, I don't know. That's what we own now. So basically I bought 32, 33, 34, 37, 36, 35, and 45. Whatever. So that is more or less 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's basically half the map right there. So currently we own like half the map, and we're going to be looking to purchase the other half of the map. So I don't know how much money that is. You know, in all fairness, the only thing that I probably won't purchase, well, whatever, I guess if we're purchasing, we'll purchase. Can I purchase? I don't think I can purchase the store, can I? Yeah, so whatever. We'll just try to buy everything that's possible to buy. It doesn't mean we're actually going to farm all of it. We're just going to own it all. I'd be curious to know what this adds up to. Even at an average cost of, let's say, $1.5 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is that? There's 11. Well, it's millions. Yeah, it's millions of dollars. So it's going to take us a while anyways. We can't just sell the crops we have right now and immediately buy everything and quit. So, like I said, I don't have plans to harvest everything or farm everything, but now, especially with the recent changes to the economic situation and our inability to sell any of the stuff that we have to generate money other than selling the crops that and the productions that we make, i.e. we just can't sell our equipment. I think we need to. I think we need more farming activities happening. So we're gonna be looking at a couple of massive fields as we get as we get up the map there. So today I think we're going to be mowing out. We're going to set up a couple people anyways to mow out everything that we've set up. We'll likely set up someone to mow all of this and someone to mow all of this. Boy, that's going to be a heck of an operation. Ooh, let's go. We'll get one more load of wheat here, and then we'll go. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll get someone mowing right away. We'll grab our nice big beautiful ride-on lawnmower, and we'll head over to that big section first, and we'll just get that thing rolling. Oh wait, I don't even have money for workers. I guess we're gonna have to sell stuff first. Oh, why did I do this? So when you're sitting there with like $5 million or whatever I had, and you start scrolling, you know, like, so I have all my, when I go into mods, the purchase, like when I go into the menu, the store or whatever, everything's sorted from least expensive to most expensive. So with productions and everything. So when you go in there and you immediately scroll all the way to the right, you start shopping from the most expensive down instead of the least expensive up. You know you're in for some trouble anyway. So I wanted to find a couple large scale silo complexes. I thought that would look pretty cool, but I didn't end up actually finding anything. Plus, I know there's other equipment. Like I wanted to get bigger forage wagons. I wanted to get there's some things I wanted to get, but then also I didn't want to just go crazy, buy a whole bunch of stuff, and then say, oh, look at all the stuff I bought, guys. Let's let's go farm. Like, so for example, I still have the same. Now they're 20,000 liters, but I have the same wagons, like the carting wagons that I had before. Like there's a lot of stuff that's not upgraded. That should provide for some fun as we go here, as I try to upgrade things. Yeah, it's good to be back here for sure. I know a lot of people are already sort of moved on. They've been banished, and whatnot. Some people are in it for the long haul. I just was ready to sort of bastardize the challenge and crank up the horsepower or remove the horsepower requirements and see what happens. So I think I'm gonna have some fun here still. Oh, look, a milk trailer with no milk. Okay, so before we go and cut a field, let's go see what we want to sell. All right, so we're obviously going to start with pig food at the sell everything container. We could set a truck up to spin some laps and sell all of the digestate. Oh yeah, I lost all my slurry too then. I had a considerable amount of slurry. We were generating manure. The cows were doing well for us. I think I even had tons of milk. I had lots of milk. I had like 50,000 liters of milk, which is gone. So now that I finally knew what I was going to do, I went and I changed the capacities of the cow barn back to, like, it reverted I had it changed and then it reverted back to the original amounts. So I changed that, and then I loaded it into the map, and actually a lot of my buildings were gone. The old mill there was gone. I had tons of stuff was just missing. I thought, oh man. So I went out of this, I exited, and then I came back in, and then the things were back there, but the cow barns aren't there. I know why. Quite a good assumption why is because in the end, I think all it is just a spelling of the mod when I rezip the folder. But anyways, we'll take that one lump, whether it's justified or not, and we'll just roll with it. Okay, so buddy here, I think I have him set up to collect from the larger of the two. See how much digestate's in here. 61,000. All right, so if it works properly, this guy will just do laps until that 61,000 is gone, and then over here, 100,000. Okay, so it'll be like five trips there. Let's just make sure this sells properly. Oh, maybe I don't have a clear. I probably don't have a clear path from the large BGA to the slurry yard, so he's probably going to end up doing a circle, hitting the selling point, circling back again to the large BGA, circling all the way around again. Let's see, I bet that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, I mean, that's not the worst. All right, let's go get some pig food. Very dramatic. Yeah, so I sort of opened up the whole back of this too. I just put, normally I don't just blanket gravel, but I figured the yard sort of looked like it sort of suited it. I think back here too, so if we do get to the point where I want to put in a couple large scale silos, I may move that wash spot again, and then we'll put in the silos in this backside here so we can have a nice path where workers can come and dump into it. 19,600, so we'll have to come back through here for a little bit more. Who's ready for a marathon episode? Feels like I haven't been on this map forever and I'm ready to play all night. You guys up for it? Let's remember too that we started this day off with nothing. $0 in our bank. I think we'll still be pleased with the results of selling, you know, when we do sell what we grow or make, whatever. It just, we won't have those massive windfalls like with the easy economy. I wouldn't mind doing a series like a challenging series anyways, but with normal economy. Oh, that was a little bit I mean, that was not very satisfying. Okay, let's just see. Can we plant anything right now? Yes, we can. We can plant all kinds of stuff. So perhaps we should try to put... All right, let's get one of the new tractors onto... I think what we'll do is, so it looks like we can plant corn right now. What do we have growing? That's a good question. All right, we currently have 1 wheat field, 3 canola fields, and this one's a doozy over here. So we have a couple of oat fields. We have a couple of sunflower fields. We have an abundance of canola. We only have the 1 wheat field. Oh, and then we have the, what is this, barley? Accidentally planted this field of barley over here in the wet spot. So this sorghum field, South Central Creekside, and the back corner field, those 2 fields have been cultivated or harvested. So we could plant those 2. So perhaps what we should do is maybe we'll plant the back corner field again in corn, and then we'll take South Central Creekside and we'll plant that with wheat. Let's get one of our new beastly tractors. What do you think, guys? Oh, let's go with the versatile. So I am not good at driving these articulated tractors. Quite basic in here for, I guess it's really not that amazing. It's just a high horsepower, really cool looking piece of equipment. I was watching a Welker's Farm video earlier where they were, I think the guy was, I don't know what his name is. Oh, let me move the cedar first. He was, so they have that new case quad track on the farm. So he was putting in, I think he was like planting winter wheat. So he was putting in like the last 600 acres or something, some crazy amount. It's wild to watch that thing work. So needless to say, I was extremely disappointed when I knew that I had the money for that case tractor, but it started just moving on me. It was, I don't know if that's my issue or if that's been a known issue with the mod itself. Oh, I just can't connect to that, that's why. I don't have I don't know if am I going to be able to connect to the planter? Dun dun dun. This one has the easy hitch on the back. Let's see if I can connect this. All right. Oh. I think this combo is what we're going to be running with anyways. My guess is I'm not going to be able to connect the versatile to that planter. I wonder if there was a hitch that I could have bought. I'll have to go check. If I can't connect to this, then we're going to have to go check that out. And how would I know? Let's spin that thing around. Oh. Okay, that's good news. How does it look? Okay, yeah, that looks pretty secure. All right, well, we've got 5,000 liters of seeds in there already. 15 meters. That's 15 meters, eh? Huh. Find that hard to believe, but sure, I'll take it. Oh my god. Don't look. Oh. Do I have to cultivate this too? Sounds cool. I'm not going to put any seeds in this field until I get that canola field harvested. And then we're going to basically amalgamate the two and make them one big field. So let's get this guy over to here. Well, I guess we'll put corn in this field. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was getting myself set up and then I realized, wait a minute, that's not what we're doing here. All right, and away you go. I don't know, I think that looks pretty cool. Obviously we're going to, oh man, the pH is not good. We may want to, after we plant, lime this, fertilize this, and spray this with herbicide. We got some work to do on this field, I think. All right, just switch this guy over to the other BGA. Because there was only 6,000 liters in the other one, and I think he was waiting for a full... sorry, there was nothing left in the other one, and he was just going to sit there and wait, so... That's good news. Cold start in a big crone. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but... Well, I can't see why I would... I'm not going to tow a forage wagon behind this. I could tow a... like a baler if I was baling grass, or I could tow a tedder or something, I think, if I wanted to dry the grass as soon as I would, or like ted the grass as soon as I was cutting it, but I can't see. I'm not going to tow a forage wagon. I'll just get a tractor to follow it. So I was cruising up here in the JCB when I was getting things set up here, and drifted this corner like a champ, but then drifted right into the crops there, so that was unfortunate. What do you think? Were the front dual wheels overkill? I think once you get once you get this thing unfolded, the mower sits way beyond the edges of the wheels, so it's not too big a concern. But look, yeah, we have 2 massive fields ready to mow. But what are we gonna do? We're gonna go mow all of the grass up there on the hill. So really, what we have are two sections here to mow, and I don't know. Well, we're gonna take a look at it when we get up here. I think, and I might be crazy for doing this, but I think we're literally just gonna make 2 massive fields out of what we've got ready, because I have room for productions if we want to make more productions. I have room to put the cow barn in. I don't necessarily need any more space down at the bottom, so it's not like I'm going to be putting productions up here. I could take all the trees in this forest and put a sawmill or something down here, but we have Lakeside Field West, and now we have Lakeside Field East. I guess. Why not, right? Oh, that's a beautiful thing. That guy's got his work cut out for him. Wait till he gets to the next field. So we're currently sitting at $261,000. Not bad. That's only just selling digestate and pig food so far. Most of the other stuff, though, is not really ready to sell. I'm guessing that this guy has an issue with the hill so the field that we're mowing right now has a pretty substantial hill. I think we may be running into trouble here. The cool thing is I'll do like what we discovered before. I don't need a windrow on the front of this. I'm just basically going to set this guy out on the same course as the mower. So he should just follow along nicely. All right, let's look here. So these are both... So that's the grass dryer, right? Let's check how much grass is in there. Okay, so we have a fermenter, which is over near the large duck enclosure, of which it has no raw materials and only 71,000 liters of silage. Orchards grass dryer by the cow barns. So I can still fit over 1 million liters of grass into that, so that's good news. I don't know which fermenting... I think this is the one near that sawmill. So this I was going to say, this was the original fermenter that we had set up. So we've got a substantial amount in there. This one, I think, is the one... No, you know what? This is the one I think over at, distributing. This is the one over at the BGA. So I think the first field we'll put into the grass dryer. Yeah, look at that. We have 1.2 million liters of silage in there. Then we got to figure out what to do with this space. We'll have to get somebody to come over here and clear the manure out of those 2 manure holders. And then once that's cleared, then we'll figure out what we're putting into the space. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for us to generate the money we need to put... instead of having 2 cow barns, I'd like to just have 1. Obviously, that makes more sense than having 2 headaches. I don't know which cow barn to place, though. But I would like to... I don't know whether it's going to be possible to place it in this episode, because I would like to get harvesting. Harvesting? I would like to get the cows rolling. I see a tractor stopped in the middle of the field over there, so we'll go figure out why that is. Maybe he's out of seeds. So... with all of the grass that we're going to take off the map right now, plus the 2 grass fields we got an opportunity to sort of have a lot of grass in inventory. Oh shoot! Was I supposed to tell the guy that there's an island there? All right, this guy did a brutal job, so I jumped in, got all the way around the outside, and now I kind of have a worker, I think, cleaning up the strips. For some reason, this guy missed strips, and I'm wondering if, I don't know if you remember, I had to manually change the working width of this. It was picking this up, I think, as a 12 meter, but it seemed to say that it was a 15 meter, and I was kind of questioning whether or not this was a 15 meter working width. And sure enough, it went and missed strips. So I'm wondering if it missed those strips because it thought it was wider than it was. So we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, this definitely missed a substantial amount of planting. For some reason, I crashed my game a couple times there. I think when I left you before we just jumped to this, it was... Here, let me change this guy too. Before I left you, I think I was in the process of trying to... I was up with the mower, I think, and I was trying to change the course so that it would take into consideration the island, the tree island that was in the field up there. Anyways, after a couple attempts at trying to edit the course and then replace the course and having the game basically crash each time, I just sent the mower off and then just caught it before it ran into the trees. And then same thing I'm gonna have to do with the harvest, the forage wagon. So the forage wagon has barely picked anything up so far because I had it set to dump into what was the previous grass dryer back on that side, the original grass dryer. So I've not, I guess, deleted, and like I said, when I put in all these new buildings, I didn't necessarily go and delete all the previous courses that are already loaded in. So I got to go and do that so I don't confuse myself and try to send a worker to the wrong place. But I'm kind of concerned because I think I should be seeing the forage wagon. So I think I got it all sorted out, and I should be seeing the forage wagon on its way down here soon to empty into the grass dryer over there. And I haven't seen that worker yet, so hopefully we're not having any issues. Now, in regards to that harvested field over there, and I said we were going to wait until I harvested the canola and then merge those two fields, I do feel like I need to check to make sure that when the canola is ready to be harvested, we can still plant something. So here, let's take a look. All right, so yeah, okay. So I mean, if we had to, we could plant wheat. So that's not the end of the world. Which is kind of, I think, what we said we were going to plant anyway. We said we were going to plant corn, and this field that we just did was going to be wheat, but we'll flip it. All right, so as much as we're going to need a planter or seeder up there in the hills once we're ready, I'm going to go stash this thing back over here because we're going to want to put some seed in it, I guess. But anyways, yeah, let's go put this over here. We'll come back and I think I'm going to throw some lime down in this field, some fertilizer, and then we'll spray it with herbicide, and then it should be ready to just grow. I really like watching this versatile work. I think it looks pretty cool. Can't imagine what it would be like to drive something like this. It'd be so awesome. So in saying that, have you had the opportunity to drive something like this, and how awesome was it? You know what? And just because this is so awesome, let's loop right around and we'll wash this before we sort of park it. So while I was busy trying to figure out what I was doing and how I was breaking the game, so I put a tractor on manure duty. I sold all the manure, and then I sold the manure pits. Well, that's done. The mower finished on the first field, and now I have them on a massive field. I just have this new kind of mega section that I have. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mow it. I have it set up as a temporary field right now. I think I'm going to mow it, and then I think I'm going to pick up all the grass and then decide whether or not we're going to make it more than one field, because it does seem kind of crazy to make that all one field, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, let's get this. So I really like the way this case fast riser looks. I just think we really have to double check that working width. If I remember correctly, the spreader is outside the door here. It's probably full of fertilizer right now. Yeah, it probably wouldn't be fertilizer because I haven't been fertilizing this way. I've been fertilizing via the planter or seeder. So actually, yeah. So we'll get this down and then we'll swap out for the fertilizer. Oh, things got a little dicey there. I was trying to figure out what the worker was doing, but he was basically trying to get himself lined up because it's such a wide working width. And I was very close to the edge of the field, so that's good. All right, get that spread. Oh, well, first we'll check on this, the forage wagon. So the fact that it's empty right now tells me that things are working. It's dumping into the grass dryer. Let's go take a look at that. There you go, grass dryer. I seem to remember this being like 900,000 something, right? So we're over 1 million liters now. Rock and roll. All right, here's the mower. What do you think of this? Oh, God. That's a lot of grass, man. I don't know how much grass that's going to be, but oh, it is a lot. So I want to say there's 5 headlands for sure, if not 6 headlands. It was 5 headlands because now it looks like he's probably going to go set himself for the up and downs or the back and forths or whatever. Or not too sure what he's doing. Yeah, hopefully he's just going to the end here to set himself up. How do I check in at the weirdest times? So I think what we'll do over here is once this guy's done, we'll get a forage wagon. Well, I'll go get a forage wagon now, actually. We'll get it started. But then we'll probably set up another one and just start it somewhere in the middle because this is going to take quite a while, I think. Actually, as soon as this guy's done, I'm going to send him up with a forage wagon because I think these John Deeres are just a little heavier than those JCBs. So I kind of think that this guy might do a better job with that forage wagon. If you look way across there, you can see the other John Deere, the yellow one, currently at our grass dryer, so that's good news. You pretty much just send these guys all day long and they'll be picking up grass. It's funny, this bright new shed really makes you want to have a clean vehicle. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I'm not too sure how long this series will go. We're just going to kind of play it. Ideally, we're going to try to own the map, but I mean, if I don't, then it's not the end of the world. I think with the sort of sheer volume of crops that we have and the productions, I don't think that hard economy is really going to hurt us. I mean, it just means, we're making quite a bit less every time we do something, but I don't think we really need much. Shoot, kind of made it almost once around and ran out of fertilizer. I don't have anything set up right now to refill it, so we'll just pop over to the bulk refill here. I was trying to get the sprayer set up so it would start going around, but then I got this notification first. I mean, we started today with no money, but we sold some stuff and now we have $366,000. I can't sell any of the equipment that we have. That's part of this. So anyways, yeah, by the end of this in-game day, I'd at least like to have those fields mowed and the grass picked up and put away. And then perhaps what we can do in the next episode is, because we're playing 2 days per month now, so if we split this up over a couple days, I guess it's not the end of the world. The opportunity to make really long episodes is there. It is hard to keep. It's hard to get all this stuff into a day. But I mean, so far we've done on this map. We've had some very productive days. I'd say so far this hasn't been the most productive day. We essentially just planted a field. Yeah, that's it really. Sold some stuff, planted a field. We're gonna get some stuff mowed, and that's. Sold the manure and the digestate. Yeah, it's not the most action-packed day. But man, we have lots more land that we can work. Ugh, that just means more work, obviously. Okay, so what should I do with the grass that's on the other side? I guess what we'll do is we'll get to the point where we are completely full. Oh yeah, it doesn't even matter. I was gonna say, what should we do with the grass that we'll just keep putting in the grass dryer until it tells us it's full, because we have so much grass available. We have 2 massive grass fields that chances are, even if we had 1,000 cows, the grass that's in there is going to make enough hay and silage for us to make TMR that I don't think we have to worry. We're going to look for a big ass feed mixing building. That's going to be kind of cool. I don't know exactly where we're going to put it yet, but it would make sense if we put it near the cows. And that would be a smart move, I think. Yeah, so we should start picking up the grass and then should check in and out down there and then head over to the grass dryer. And then hopefully not smoke the mower. Oh yeah, this is gonna... I don't think I have to worry about him hitting the mower. This guy's gonna be doing this for quite a while. Okay, have fun. Nice knowing you. Alright, so that guy's spraying. So this field will be done once that guy is sprayed. I'm not rolling. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what the expectations are going to be here, but if we can get ourselves into a position where we can somehow own the map, that would be fantastic. I don't think it's going to be that hard because, I mean, the productions and everything are going to be chugging along. We just keep buying fields or buying property. Doesn't mean we necessarily have to farm all of it, like I said earlier, but we'll definitely do our best to own the entire map. At which point we will quit and never come back to Comlands. So I did have a bit of a hiatus there. I got swamped. I had so it was a combination of things. I had a kid training for the first motocross race of the season, and he knocked himself out and called me from an hour and a half away, and I had to go pick him up 2 nights before the first race, which made for a very late night. And then the following night after that was a super late night for some reason I don't remember. Then I drove 5.5 hours with my younger kid so we could race. Then Saturday loaded up and drove back. Took us almost 7 hours to get back, and that was a late night. And then I got swamped with work, so last week was just a write-off for me. So I went about 7 or 8 days without posting something. I've now posted a couple episodes of Maz, and this will be the first episode back on Comlands. I have experienced a catastrophe with my Valley Springs series, so there's a twist coming in the next episode, of which I hope I'm going to be posting or recording that quickly here. Who knows if I got any more Monster energy drinks and chocolate covered coffee beans in the fridge, then I'll be recording that right now. But the problem is you gotta record this stuff, you gotta edit it too. That's the hard part. So anyway, so I think you're going to see there'll be a major twist to the plot in Valley Springs, at which point I'll also explain what happened with the major catastrophe and whatever. But so, anyways, yeah, I don't know that this is I feel kind of weird just leaving this here because I don't feel like we've got we're still in the middle of everything. But I am going to leave this here now that you've seen sort of what the next direction is. Hard economy, 2 days per month, seasonal growth. All that stuff. Had no money when we started today, but still had $1.5 million in crops and production items. Had lots of property. We've got lots of opportunity here, so we'll see how long it takes us to kind of buy up the rest of the map, and then we'll see where it goes. I just couldn't say goodbye to this map yet, and I really wanted a chance to kind of play with, add a couple bigger items and have some fun that way. So, anywho, let me know what you think. Thumbs up, thumb down. Don't care, whatever. Fill in the blanks. But other than that, thanks so much, guys. I will see you again really soon. All right, bye now.